And we're live with not drip this way. With not drip.
No drip.
Not drip. But this is the pre-show. Welcome to the pre-show, everybody. Drip has been fired again. This is like the 8th time this year he's been fired. And I think we've done this our 9th episode of the year. A little bit less than we wanted to. We took 1 week off, I think. Or 2, but Drip has probably missed about half the shows this year. So we're appreciative of you being here, Johnny Bo. How you doing?
I know I haven't done a podcast in God, I don't even know, probably since last year.
What's that about, man? You and Cheesy hate each other? Have a falling out?
Nah, life happens, you know.
I saw that post he made in the communication error Discord server, and I had a small heart attack for a second. I'm like, no, not mom and dad. And then he was like, nah, actually, I'm just joking.
I think I am considering doing my own thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because then, I have like full freedom over it.
Yeah. Everything you do has been with, with somebody. I mean,
yeah.
Or multiple people. How many shows have you? 3, including communication error?
2.
Just 2. Okay.
It was 2. It was Nintendo Powercast.
Yeah.
And that was with like N64 Josh and and Cheesy and Crawler, but that kind of fell off too.
Yeah, I mean, Drew and I've talked about this for a long time. Like, it's hard to do those kinds of shows. It's hard enough to get 2 people, a lot tonight, to get together at the same time. You know that as well as anybody else with you and Cheesy. It's hard to get 2 grown adult schedules aligned to do it for as long as you guys did. And then I can imagine it's literally 4 times as hard to do that when there's 4 people involved,
Yeah, and I don't know, I'm not really sure what happened. There's no bad blood with anybody. It was just like the time was kind of over.
Yeah. Well, Josh does a lot too.
We did like over 100 episodes of communication error, and I think I think Josh is still doing Powercast, but we're just not doing like a main weekly show. Mm-hmm. But that was at like 500 episodes. I mean, I didn't do 500 episodes with them, but
right. And I think our podcast. By the way, hi Wall Ball, hi Joey. What's up, guys? Sorry, just talking with Johnny. This podcast is 5 years old this year, and we're approaching 400 episodes if we haven't gotten there yet.
400.
Yeah.
Wow.
I mean, we've been very consistent. If it wasn't for some inconsistency early on, like we were pretty inconsistent early on, but if it wasn't for that, we would already be over 500. Like, it's been 5 years, right? And last year we did a lot of 2 episode weeks. Like last year we did like some weeks where there was even 2 episodes. So
I'm trying to see if I can flip my camera because I feel like I'm looking away.
I can flip it for you if you like, but that's up to you. You want a little flip?
Like I'm talking away from you.
Let me flip it for you. Transform. I can't. Hold on. Transform. Flip horizontal. There you go. Now you're BJ.
There we go. I mean, you can still tell. You still tell.
I gotta flip it on 3 other scenes though. Give me a second.
I know. Honestly, it's not a big deal. I was just it was irking me a little bit.
I understand. Horizontal. There we go.
But yeah, maybe after my busy season is over, even before, I might have some time to set it up.
Yeah, that'd be cool, man.
I have some ideas. I never know. I'm either too lazy, like I'm too lazy to implement them, or I don't know how to go about it. But I was honestly thinking, sneak preview. I was thinking like trying to. These people love bragging on me on the internet, so I was gonna offer.
It's mutual.
Like you know, somebody call in like a radio show, like a call-in radio show, and they could just yell at me for being a shill.
The shillcast.
Or we could just like we could just you know, chill and hang out and talk about what we do like.
I mean, that's easy branding for you, the Nintendo shillcast.
Yeah, I don't want to. I mean, I still do want to work with Nintendo, so I don't know if I want to actually call it that.
That's true. That's true. Yeah. What did you just? Your YouTube short popped up on my feed, and it was about the Build-A-Bear collab for the movie. I'm really excited for that. You were the one broke the news to me. I'm like, that's awesome. Like, I need to get that Yoshi because I love
April 3rd.
plushies.
Get your Build-A-Bears. It's like really good quality. I've never gotten a Build-A-Bear.
You've never gotten a Build-A-Bear?
No, I never got a Build-A-Bear, but it is good quality stuff. The Yoshi's cool. There's also a Bowser. There's a Bowser. I didn't get that one. And then there's there's like the Mario and Luigi stuff.
Yeah.
And I think there's a Princess Peach one. So
what's up, Ty? What's up, Power Mad? But I didn't say hi to you guys already. Thanks, Ty. Appreciate that. How's the Pokopia? How do you say it, by the way?
Pokopia.
Copia?
That's how I say it.
I don't even remember what I was saying when I first read it. I think it was Pokopia, but I've said it all different. I've said like 4 different ways.
I mean, I guess it could be Pokopia, yeah, I don't know.
Pokopia.
It doesn't sound right. I say Pokopia.
No. Pokopia. I think that's what the internet has now decided is the correct. It's
like saying like Pokemon. I say Pokemon or Pokemon. I don't say that. That irritates me.
It is technically Pokemon. Pokemon.
I know it has the accent over it.
Oh, I forgot to turn my. Hold on, let me turn my fireplace on real quick. Say hi to the people for a second.
Joey, you're playing Fire Red. Are you shiny hunting, or are you actually playing it? I have yet to leave the lab. I have about like over 15 hours into it, and I have yet to leave the lab.
You're still trying?
Yeah, I haven't done it in a couple days since Pokopia came out. But
yeah, I've been trying for a week or so myself either. What was it? Joey? No. Atomic Man in our Discord server. He was doing the same thing you were doing, and he got it in like 6 hours. So, you know,
good for him.
He got the shiny Charmander, and then I saw it, and I'm like, that Charmander doesn't even look different. He's like,
when you get the Charizard, dude,
he's like a tangerine instead of an orange. Like, it's no difference.
The Charizard is so sick though. It's a black Charizard.
I saw that. I'm like, all right, that's a little worth it, but good God, I would say I would do it for 3 hours before I gave up, and that'd be a begrudging.
Yeah, but by that time, like you're doing it for 3 hours. It's like, man, I did it for 3 hours. I got to keep going.
But I wouldn't want to do it for more than 30 minutes. I would do 3 resets and be like, why? I have so many better things to do in my life. That's where I would be at. So I'd be like, all right, I'll give it 3 hours, and that's the cutoff. Like that's what I would do. But there's no way I would ever do it anyway. What's up, Coffee's Games? Good to see you, man. Scott, we are live, indeed.
Yeah, I've been watching TV, and I was just resetting while watching TV.
I mean, when I play that game, I'm usually just grinding anyway. Because, good God, man, I love the game, and we're gonna talk more about this later on the actual show. But yes, Mr. Smith, Trip did get fired. What's up? What was I saying? Wait, what was I saying?
You said you love the game, but
the grind, I liked the grind. But here's the thing, it's too much grinding because the new games have it figured out where there's XP share. And the old games, they don't do XP share. And that is a problem because it's like, I can grind for 20 minutes on a Pokemon, and then it's like, oh shit, I gotta do that 4 more times. And if I want to switch a Pokemon out of my party,
you gotta earn that Gyarados. You can't just let that Magikarp.
Yeah, for real.
I
have not tried Gyarados yet, or I've not fought with Flappy Boy yet.
I mean, back in the day when I was growing up, I would just over level my starter, and then that was it.
Yeah, I'm weird like that. Like, it's not just like this. I'm the kind of guy who, like, with my dinner plate, I eat everything equally on my dinner plate. Like, it's not like, OCD yet. It's not like that bad, but it's a little bit OCD-ish where I'm like, I kind of have to keep going equally here. It's a little, you ever watch the show Monk? I'm a little bit like Monk, where like, I gotta do everything equally here. I can't like just overpower one guy. His numbers can be way too high compared to the rest, and it's gonna bother me. So a little bit weird like that. What's up, Arx Gaming? Good to see you, man. Good to have you. I guess we could, Drip's fired. So I mean, if you just want to take over,
I'm good whenever you are.
Yeah, it's fine. Well, Drip's fired, and Johnny's the new host. So there you go. Johnny's here next week too. The week after that. The week after
every
that.
week.
This your first show of the year with us, I think, right?
I think so. I mean, honestly, I think this is the first show I've done all year.
Yeah.
We're in March now.
We've had Jeff on a few times. He saved my ass a couple times because Drip had to bail on the show last second a few different times, and Jeff filled in. I think, did I do a solo podcast this year? I'm not sure if I did. I think I did one late last year. Getting more comfortable with those. I still don't like it. I don't like solo podcasts. It's too much pressure. But now that I do a lot of YouTube, just making videos, it's easier to do it solo. Because I'm making videos all the time, which is by myself. But it's a different pressure.
I mean, that's what you got to look at it as. It could just be another YouTube video.
There's just a different pressure, because this is pretty much my show. Drip he's more of the constant guest than he is actual host. But he still is very pivotal to like the process. Obviously like creating topics. I usually go out and find stuff, but sometimes I miss stuff or I need more more juice, and he always provides that. And like without him, it is very difficult without him. I can do it without him. I'm crying, guys. He's dead though. I don't know what's going on right now. I'm having an allergy attack or something. But yeah, no, he Drip's like super pivotal to my process here on this show. But I could adjust if he ever were to get hit by a bus. I think I could manage.
Jesus.
I don't wish that upon. I'm just saying if it ever happened. Listen, he lives in West Virginia. There's no buses going up and down those ridiculous mountains. I've been to his house. I know what it's like to get to his house. It's ridiculous. There ain't no buses going up those streets. Hope we talk more about more. Oh, I did forget to add that to the set list, but at the same time, we're not talking about it because this is a Pokemon week. So yeah, we're not talking about the Galaxy trailer. That'll actually, good thinking, Joy Pits. That's definitely next week's. Unless something crazy happens. Definitely next week we're talking the trailer, but we're talking Pokemon this week. We're like a week behind basically on the news, but we're also not a news show. So we're a topic show fed by the news. The difference. Excuse me. If you guys didn't see my message already, please make sure to leave a like on this stream. If you have not done so already, we're trying to get to 20 likes tonight. Great. Man, my eyes right now. Something happened. All of a sudden, like, it's just puffy and red. I'm allergic to beer. I actually...
Did you have the light kit on the Deku tree?
Yes, I do, good sir. Here, check this out. See that right there? You like that?
That's nice.
Isn't that nice?
I like that. Is that like an actual Deku tree light kit, or did you do it yourself?
Oh, I didn't know you could do it yourself. But no, that I meant maybe you're talking about like this little mini string light thingies. But no, this is
yeah, like we just put. I have a couple where we just put like LED lights in there.
Yeah, I have that.
Actual light kits.
Yeah, I have that for we have the Winnie the Pooh tree back behind me somewhere. But yeah, we did the same thing for that. But no, for this one we bought like it was a very cheap one. But it honestly was cheap, but it did look the best from the pictures. I'm like, that actually looks the best. And I'll tell you why they make it cheap, Johnny. Do you want to know why they make it so cheap? Because if I had hair to pull out, I'd be pulling out my hair, because that was the directions the directions they gave were a YouTube video, and it's
confusing.
And there's no English, or there was no language at all. It was just video, so you just gotta like follow the leader kind of thing. And worst of all, the regular speed, like it was sped up, so like it wasn't like YouTube was speeding up. They themselves posted a 20-minute video that was probably an hour long, but to make it only 20 minutes, they posted it sped up. So you had to slow it down, and you had to watch it on slow speed in YouTube so you could actually see what they were doing, because there's like pivotal steps of where you have to like wrap the wires around specific spots and have certain pieces of the Legos enclose the wire so they're hidden better. You couldn't see it in real time because it's like, why would you do that? And there was written directions, but Abby couldn't handle that. I couldn't handle it. She couldn't handle it. I'm like, we're not doing that. So I'm gonna watch the video really slowly. But yeah, we did that for the 1K subscriber celebration. That coincided with this being gifted to us for our wedding, because we're using this in our wedding. It'll be the Unity candle ceremony. So like placing Link and Zelda on their little pedestals. It was just a really nice excuse to get people to pay for the Lego set for us. But we're gonna use it in the wedding. I mean, we didn't catfish anybody. So it is a wedding expense. I do love it. It's beautiful. Let me look at it again. Look at that. Welcome to the Geeb and Deku podcast. I'm your host, Uncle Geeb. With me is a great Deku tree.
It does look good. I do like it.
It's got light in his mouth too. Like I assume you have that. Yeah, you definitely.
I have the Deku tree. Yeah.
Yeah. There's a light bar that goes in his mouth.
We're talking about Pokemon tonight.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe I'll save it. I'll save it. Oh, actually. Yeah, I got the
I want
time set. I built it yet.
Love that. That thing's awesome. That's the next Lego I buy is that, for sure.
Yeah. Oh, you talk about Lego tonight instead. Mario's finally getting minifigs.
I saw that online. I didn't really care that much, but I did see it. Yeah, we gotta talk to Pokemon because we gotta talk about the Pokopia. Really good stuff. I'm like sleepy. I think it's my eyes. They're like making me sleepy because they're like hot and they're watering. Well, would you like to start this lovely show?
Yeah, I'm good to go.
Beautiful. Get this. Oh, and by the way, guys, in case y'all live under rocks and never seen this show before, there's Johnny's YouTube link. Subscribe to that. Oh, dude, wow, look at you. I haven't checked your sub count in a while. You're already up to 63K? That's awesome.
Yeah. I want to get to the plaque, but it's I mean, I'm going up, but it's going to take a while.
That's the thing, though.
At this pace,
there is no consistent rate with this stuff. Like, I was stuck at sub 500 subs for 3 years, and then suddenly I got to 700, and then 800, and then I was stuck at 800 for a while, and for like another year and a half, and then I got a couple videos that popped off, and then I'm over 1,000. So like the rate that you see, the YouTube's ever changing, up and down. So like, whatever, you could be there tomorrow. I mean, like, you just need one of those shorts to pop off, and it would not really gonna be 40,000 in one day, but you know what I mean. Like, it could be just another month and you're there. There's no rhyme or reason to this. That's why that's why the best advice is never to give up, because whatever goal you're trying to hit, you'll probably get there if you just stick around long enough.
I post a short every single day, so at least once a day.
In my calculations, you'll be there probably another 3 years. I mean, if you can last that long.
I mean, based on the rate.
That's hard to do, man.
Honestly, I thought it was going to be different with maybe it will be now that we're kind of getting out of the people hating on Switch 2 phase, and now more people are going to be looking for Switch content. So
yeah, when that Steam Deck comes back in stock and is twice the price, and be like, see, Switch 2. All right, let's get the show on the road here, good sir. Oh, your face is backwards. It's whatever.
Oh,
it'll fix it. It's my fault. You'll be fine.
I thought I was blurry. I thought like
no. I switched it to me. Yeah, no, it's me. It's just because I had to. It's the way I have to do things over here. It makes it clunky. Anyway, let's do the show. Welcome, everyone, to the Drip G Podcast. I'm your host, Uncle Geeb, and with me is a guy whose name is not Drip Media Gaming. For this podcast live every Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Listen to this podcast on Apple, Spotify, or anywhere you listen to podcasts. Let's become a member of this podcast and help us out. Appreciate you guys. Appreciate the members. This week, Drip's been fired again. What is this, the fourth time this year? I think about 4 times now he's been fired. Well, next week, we'll just have to see if he's coming back. But for now, we have a guy who's a lot better than Drip. And this because he's got a hoagie mouth like I do. And that is John Ebo. What's up, man?
What's up? Thanks for having me again. I know I'm the best guest you ever have, so.
Yeah. That's right. You're the best guest I've ever had. Totally. Yep. Actually, I like this alter ego you, BJ, not JB. You know, I like this.
Whoa.
It's on your hat, man. It's on your hat. It's behind your wall. I didn't make that sign for you. I didn't print that hat, you know. Just saying.
Kind of looks like DJ.
A little, actually, DL. Definite loser. Yeah. Yeah, so what's up, man? We're talking about Pokemon tonight. Not something we talk about often in this community here, because I'm the only one who likes it. And the last time we talked about Pokemon was this.
Whoa. I feel like you're lying.
No.
Or you're trying to play it off like you've always liked Pokemon. But you had some issues with Pokemon Legends ZA.
Okay. This was not on the docket, but I guess we can start. We'll get to Pokopia in just a second. But let's start with this because you bring it up. I don't have to prove how long I've been a Pokemon fan. In fact, hold on. I mean, I could show you my video from like 2000. What was it when what was it? Scarlet and Violet, when that was released? I made a video. I gave it a 5 out of 10 only because it was the game was in terrible condition. It ran like shit. But I said in the video, like, that's the only reason I gave it a low score. I actually loved the game. You should watch the video. And that's like 3 years ago. Johnny, do you know what this is? Do you see this right here?
It's a Pokedex.
This is a Pokedex. And there's the back of it. You might see some weirdness. There's this old sticker residue, and then you can obviously see some blackness, like I colored a Sharpie. And
so I think this, you know what I think?
Johnny,
I think
this is my original Pokedex from 1999. The date is stamped on the back.
Hold on.
Here's my 7-year-old.
I understand, dude.
Here's my 7-year-old dumbass coloring in the Pokemon sticker and the tiger sticker.
I get it.
It still fucking works.
When it was cool to hate on Pokemon, you were on that train, and now that Pokopia is out and everybody loves it, now Pokemon's cool again.
So let me address that as well. You think that I was hating on it because I joined a train, and I would like to tell you that I did not jump on any train with Pokemon. And here's actually it's actually sitting right here, not in my Switch because I didn't. Oh, actually, it's in my game case anyway. I didn't join the hate train for Pokemon ZA. What I did was notice how the they were subpar. I saw a subpar effort, in my opinion. And I mean, we've talked about this in the show before. But all that aside, I already admitted that I was wrong and I apologize. I already did all that. But that didn't change the fact that when I did finally buy the game and play it, I immediately took it on my Switch and never played it again. I don't like it. It's not a good Pokemon game. It's my least favorite Pokemon game that they put out.
You're wrong. I'm sorry, you're wrong. It is a very good Pokemon game.
And I know that I'm in the minority on that because I've heard lots of other people say that they like Pokemon ZA. And I'm not saying, I'm not Johnny telling you that you guys are wrong because you like it and I don't. I'm simply saying that, in my opinion, I had a poor experience with the gameplay of Pokemon ZA. I do not like it. And I loved Arceus and I loved Scarlet and Violet. And so I'm not like one of these Pokemon haters. Like, I like Pokemon. Here's my Pokedex in 1999, okay? Like, I like Pokemon. But ZA, I did join the hate train a little bit. I didn't actually get on the train, but I did kind of hate the game the same time that other haters did, and it kind of got caught up in that. I apologize for that, because I'm like, yeah, I mean, I did end up buying the game, so I should have just shut my mouth. But then after I bought the game, I did not like it. So then I'm kind of back on my own train of hate for this game, because I don't like it. But actually, it's not hate at all. I don't hate this game at all. I just don't like it. That's all. That is all. You make a big deal out. You're Mr. Takey guy.
I'm just
make a big deal
I'm
out
just
of
saying
it.
It's a little hypocritical. I mean, you're not alone. A lot of people were on the hate train for Pokemon ZA, and now they're coming back around because Pokopia is doing really well and everybody's really enjoying it. And I think, you know, we'll probably talk a little bit about Winds and Waves as well, and that's having a positive reception. So Pokemon's on this like redemption tour right now.
Yeah. My main hate on Pokemon has been the company, not the games. ZA being the exception. I don't like the gameplay. I didn't like the graphics and the effort of of Violet and Scarlet. That's not to say the game was bad, just the graphics and shit were bad. But Pokopia is in a different kind of conversation here, though, because it's actually still technically made by Game Freak, although we all know that they probably had a very small hand in this, because it seems like Koei Tecmo. Was it Koei Tecmo or am I?
Yeah, it was Koei Tecmo.
Koei Tecmo, who, also makes Dragon Quest Builders 3, which we'll get into that in a minute. They are the real heroes of the story here, because it's pretty close to Dragon Quest Builders 3. If you look at them side by side, are you familiar with Dragon?
2.
Oh, I'm sorry.
There's no 3.
Dragon Quest Builders 2. Excuse me.
Yeah, I mean, I played Dragon Quest Builders a bit. I think I played the original more than the second one. I didn't really play the second one too much. And yeah, it definitely has those vibes. And even the blocks are pretty much the same thing as Dragon Quest Builders.
Yeah.
Like your, grass blocks are pretty much what Dragon Quest Builders has is grass blocks. So yeah, there's definitely stuff in there. Okay. A comment from Nightcrawler724. I should have made a bet with him because when Pokopia was revealed, he was like, no, that's not going to do well at all. It's a little kid game, little mobile game. And now he's saying, I'll admit I was wrong about Pokopia. Thought it looked boring, but I was very wrong. And now he's sending me pictures of his storage system. He spent a lot of time, all right? So, once again, I was right. I knew this was going to be a big hit.
You love to be right. You just love to say how much you're right.
I mean, I'm always right, so...
Crawler, how did you do a show with this guy on a weekly basis? I don't know how you did that, because throw this guy out of here. So, Crawler, you are very wrong about that, and thanks for being here, by the way. You're very wrong about that. Or were wrong about that, because apparently the Pokemon hater I am, as Johnny says, I never hated on Pokopia. I thought it was Pokopia, whatever. I thought it actually looked good. In early stages, I pointed this out because I think it was GVG posted a video talking about like Pokemon games. It was about Winds and Waves, but how the trailers, how they look versus the actual game we get. I'm not sure if you saw that video, but it was interesting. It was interesting just kind of going back and looking at old Pokemon trailers to see where they were at in development in the trailer versus where they are now that we have them. And I actually pointed out Pokopia is a good example of this because when the trailer first dropped, it was at like 30 FPS. And it was actually 1080p video. You can look at like the YouTube settings, like it's 30. If it doesn't say 60, it's 30, and 1080p. But now the news trailer is 60 FPS. So I'm like, oh, and obviously the gameplay is 60 FPS. If you play the Switch 2 version or the Alien version, you know that it is 60 FPS. So I'm like, I that's interesting to me that they got this game. They improved this game. What was it, like 6 months ago? They posted the first trailer, the first look at this game, and they got the frame rate doubled since then. Yeah, I forget what we were talking about. I lost my train of thought.
How everybody was wrong about Pokopia.
Yeah.
I mean, you could see it in what's happening with the sales right now. We don't know how well it's selling. There's no solid numbers, but
we know a little bit.
It's selling out at retail stores. So it was sold out over the weekend, I think. Online pretty much everywhere. So it so much so that Amazon raised the price by $10.
Yeah, I saw that RGT covered that when I saw that video. Honestly, I think that was not Amazon themselves. That was obviously a third party just decided to take advantage of a quick buck, and they already adjusted their price right back to 70s. I mean, that was just short lived. That's just assholes trying to make more money when supply is low. I'm actually a victim of the supply chain being low for Pokemon's. I almost called it ZA. Pokemon Pokopia. I need to buy a second copy of the game because my fiance is into it now. So the way we play right now is just I go into airplane mode and she plays. It still works, but obviously that's not ideal. And we also want to take advantage of that like new server feature where it's like, you're kind of just joining one server, contributing, building, all that good stuff.
So you each have a Switch 2?
Yeah. Oh yeah, dude. Yeah. We got her a Switch 2 when she didn't want one at first. So she didn't get one at launch, but she got one in October when Hyrule Warriors came out. Because we both obviously love Zelda, and we both love that series, the Hyrule Warriors series. So I told her, like, I'm buying you a Switch 2 when that game comes out. Because number one, I want you to have it and play that game. But number two, I'm not sharing. We're not sharing.
The reason I brought that up is because it seems like a lot of people are buying a Switch 2 for Pokopia, at least based on conversations online.
Yes.
So, who would have thought that this game was going to be a system seller or like the system seller this early in the year?
Yeah. I'm shocked at that. Because I didn't actually get to finish my thought, but yeah, so I went to GameStop to trade in a bunch of stuff I was not using that I could make a quick buck on just to make the cost a little bit less for a second copy of the freaking game. And I wanted it physically. And even though it's a game key card, which that's a whole nother story.
Physically.
Yeah, right. I hate the game key cards. I hate. I vowed never to buy one, and now I already bought one. But I'm only buying that one because, again, like I just said, if I'm gonna buy the game for a second time for her to play, I'm not gonna buy two digital copies. I'm gonna get. I want plastic out of it. If I'm gonna pay $140 for a freaking video game, I'm gonna want something intangible, collectability out of it. So that's why we did that. But they were out of stock in store. That caught me off guard. It was a couple days after the game came out. So I'm like, really, you're out of stock? Like, so I'm having it shipped in from GameStop, from their things. But that's been over a week now. Still have not been updated on the status of my order. So I think I could walk into Best Buy tomorrow and pick it up if I ordered it today. It could be shipped in the store, me local. But that's like the only option I see right now in my area is like have it shipped to Best Buy next day. GameStop, you can buy them a lot, have them shipped to your house. But again, I bought it last week. It still haven't even been updated yet. And I've seen online too. You mentioned this. Switch 2s are kind of, I think you mentioned this. Switch 2s are kind of selling out. Word on the street online is that every retailer is kind of lacking in stock of Switch 2 because people are walking in, buying Pokopia and a Switch 2. So that's pretty wild.
I mean, I don't want to toot my own horn. I never do that. I'm very humble. But I had tweeted, I think over the weekend saying like, I don't think Pokopia is worth just Like it's not just worth $70, it's worth getting a Switch 2 for. And that tweet like went viral. So I think it's pretty obvious that it is selling Switch 2 consoles.
Yeah.
And I think it's going to continue to sell because the nature of this game, like you see what people are creating and what they're doing with their towns and islands, and it just makes you want to try to do it yourself. I mean, I feel
FOMO,
horrible
right?
about myself because I can't create some of these things. I got a little dirt shack or a wood shack, and these people have a metropolitan area with indoor plumbing.
That's the thing with this game, dude. I've seen it online. It's actually discouraged me from playing because I see some of these, like, I see what people have already done to their areas. And what was it? Was it Power Mad? And then this in the Discord, somebody, I think it was Power Mad. Tell me if it was you, dude. But somebody already told me they were at 40 hours played. I'm like, bro, I've been playing for 5 hours, like maybe 7 at this point.
I mean, I've played like I think I'm around 15. I'm a little over 15 hours, probably close to 20. And I feel I don't know my stuff. I have like nothing. I have nothing created. I've been doing mostly story stuff because you get more abilities, and you get more recipes. It's wild to me that people are just staying in the first area, not going anywhere else, and just building from the start of the game. And I don't know if it's a spoiler or not, but like I wouldn't do that because you get an area later in the game that is just a complete blank slate that you can do whatever you want to.
Yeah.
So like trying to fix up or build up the first area, it feels like a waste of time to me.
Yeah.
But I
So
know people have been doing it.
I don't think it's a spoiler or anything like that. I think it's actually good advice because you and I DM'd about this the other day, and I mentioned my frustration of kind of being overwhelmed at the beginning of the game because it's deceiving how much there is to do in this game. It's crazy how much there is, it puts Animal Crossing to absolute shame for content. It's just there's so much to do, and that's not to mention the building. You can build just as much or more in this, actually a lot more in this game. You can do a lot more building in this game than not to trash on Animal Crossing. This is not this show tonight, but just making an example of, because Animal Crossing is
Heard it here first. Animal Crossing sucks.
You can put in
the best.
you can put in thousands of hours of Animal Crossing, but this is the kind of game where you can also put thousands of hours in, because not only can you do more building and get more decorations in this game, but you can also do a million things that you cannot do in Animal Crossing, and just adds to the time. But like I was just saying, I was overwhelmed with all the stuff you can do. And then I got some really good advice. I think it was the IGN YouTube channel, because I was just looking up some Pokopia content, and I popped up in my feed. And I saw that, one of their there was like 17 tips and tricks for the game. Most of them just like, whatever, I'll get there when I get there. But one of the last things they said was, it's good advice. I'm not quoting them, but basically I took it as good advice to do what you just said, to go to other areas. Don't just stay in the beginning area, because once you go to the other there's like doorways to other little places. If you've seen them, you've seen them. Once you go through those doorways, you have a whole new area, whole new sandbox to play in. But that's what really what the benefit is you get more things, Pokemon, and abilities, which are useful in the other, going back to the main area or the other doors you'll be going into as well. So I think it's good advice to not stay in that area. Don't stay in that area. Go out and explore the other areas and get the story, quote unquote, done. Like basically build up the Pokemon Center, and then head out to the next door and keep doing that, because you're going to be getting more abilities, upgrades to your abilities, so that makes the building and everything like that better. So you're not trying to, so you can do more like if you can do more in the beginning area, if you upgrade your character. So
yeah, like I mean, there's stuff that you get in the second area, at least the second area, that you could use in the first area. That it's hard. I don't want to like spoil things. I don't even know what you can spoil with this game, but there are. I mean, I progressed the story. The story's okay. There's nothing to write home about. I just really want to do these things to get the new abilities.
It's cute. It's cute,
Yeah.
Right? Wait, let me pull up the chat here. Crawler says you can jump better than Animal Crossing. I mean, dude, it's so nice, and the auto jump is there, and then of course early on you unlock the actual jump button, which is like game changer. Not really, kind of tongue in cheek, but it is very nice to be able to jump at your will rather than like auto jump or just not at all in a game like Animal Crossing. Drip's here. He's fired, but he's here. He says, "Can you build a Starbucks?" 1,000% yes.
You can. You honestly can.
It's like Minecraft in that regard, where you just get the blocks that you need, get the colored blocks that you need, and then you could build the building the way you like it. It's Animal Crossing. You can just build a flag of Starbucks, but in this game you can literally with blocks with pixel blocks turn them into pixel art and make a building. You could do it for sure. Drip, get out of the chat. You're fired.
Yeah, the one thing I do think the beginning of the game is kind of misleading because it gives you all this stuff you could do, all these like challenges, and you could get different Pokemon, but you're so limited in the amount of like recipes you have that you can't build whatever you want immediately. So
right.
you want to go and get more recipes. It's very, I couldn't stop playing. Like unfortunately, I work during the day and I'm working more now. So the only time I really had a chance to play was like the weekend. And I played, I don't know, until like 3 a.m. on Saturday and then pretty much all day on Sunday. Game's super, super addicting.
Okay, we have an update, breaking news in the chat. Ultra Ball in the chat just said, now I want Ultra Ball, if you don't mind joining our Discord server to post that in general, I want to see the article. But apparently the game has just, as of the stream of this episode at live here, as we sit here recording live, they have sold 2.2 million copies over the weekend.
It's right from Nintendo.
It's right from Nintendo, Johnny says. I've not seen the article. Obviously, we're doing this live here. I'll take Johnny's word for it and Ultra Ball's. Wow. I mean, not that surprising.
Is that faster than Donkey Kong? That has to be faster than Donkey Kong, right?
Oh, yeah, probably. It's not uber fast. Like, I think Tears of the Kingdom was sold 10 million in 3 days. So, I mean, it's not like we're not, and other Pokemon games, like I think Scarlet and Violet sold like 10 million as well in 3 days. I want
to read some comments and see what they're saying in here.
Yeah. If you look at the grand scheme of like really fast selling games in Nintendo history, especially recent history, it's not among the highest. But I mean, 2.2 million is absolutely nothing to scoff at, especially when you're talking about not a mainline Pokemon game, just a Pokemon game, just a Pokemon game made by Game Freak, just not mainline. It's impressive. That's impressive numbers. 2.2 million. That's stupid. Is that physical sales only? No digital sales, I imagine? Or is that just
I think it's all. I think it's all because it's from Nintendo.
Okay. Well, there you go. That's really impressive. I that derailed us a little bit because I'm surprised of how big of a number that is.
So it sold 1 million copies in Japan alone.
Wow. That's a lot. That's a lot. I think there's like what? I just heard something today that there's 4 million switches in Japan right now. Like that's how many they've sold at this point. There's 4 million of those Japanese versions. So, I mean, that's a 25% attachment rate for a game that came out like 5 days ago.
Yeah, and that number is just going to continue to grow. I think the how it does kind of relate to Animal Crossing is when Animal Crossing New Horizons came out, that was like a phenomenon. Because that was the pandemic and like everybody wanted something to play and everybody was talking about it on social media. I think that's going to happen with Pokopia. Like it is happening with Pokopia. It's
happening. Not on the same scale. It's getting viral. It's not on the same scale. That was obviously a very different time, but you're right. It's along those lines. So yeah. It's very cute. There's a reason why it's selling so well and kind of taking over right now. That's like the best way to describe this game. It's just cute, right? Like it's nothing crazy. We compared to Dragon Quest Builders 2. It's not that game. That game it's definitely not a copy paste, but some of the mechanics are very similar, and there's a good reason for that. It's because, again, like we mentioned before, Koei Tecmo, they made that game too. So they make this game, and they kind of made it in its light. But with Pokemon franchise, like there's something really admiring about the little Pokemon.
So I know we're talking about Pokopia now, and I don't know if I had mentioned this on this show at some point when we were talking about the Switch 2, but I had mentioned that like the Switch 2 is not going to flop, or honestly, no Nintendo platform is going to flop when it has mainline Pokemon games on it. I know this isn't a mainline game, but like when Winds and Waves comes out, it's going to sell so many more Switch consoles.
Yeah.
Or Switch 2 consoles, because that's going to be a Switch 2 exclusive. So like Pokemon, I know people like hate it, or they don't want to admit it, that Pokemon is the franchise that drives Nintendo. Like we have Mario and we have Zelda, but Pokemon is what sells it.
I think if Pokemon evaporated today from Nintendo, let's just say that Pokemon was not open up to the other consoles, not that, just if they've evaporated as a gaming company, they just were gone tomorrow, Nintendo would survive and be just fine. So I don't disagree with you. I sort of disagree with you, but not fully, because I know what you mean. Like, I think monetarily, they get carried by Nintendo. Or Nintendo.
I agree. I agree. Nintendo's been around for over 100 years, and it existed before Pokemon came out. But when you look at the consoles that they released that didn't have mainline Pokemon games on it, Wii U flopped, GameCube flopped, N64 flopped. Well, I guess not really flopped, but it did. But all the handheld consoles that have mainline Pokemon games on it, they are all pretty successful. Like even the 3DS.
Yeah. If the Pokemon Company left Nintendo to be open and put their games on Sony platforms and Microsoft and PC, then Nintendo they might actually fail. There's a chance they could actually fail, because there is a lot of Pokemon only players on Nintendo platforms and only there for Pokemon. And if you lose that big audience, it's I say might. I'm not saying it will happen, but again, it's theoretical anyway. It's never going to happen because Nintendo has half of the company, and they own half of the company, and the Pokemon Company owns the other half. So it's never going to happen. They're going to retain them on Nintendo platforms only. But but what you're saying is somewhat valid, that there would be problems in Nintendo land if Pokemon just
especially since we're never getting a 3D Mario again.
Yeah, you mentioned that it carries Nintendo. We're gonna ignore that, and that's another podcast for another day. But you mentioned that they carry Nintendo. I don't think they carry Nintendo, but when the games are coming out during those time frames, yes, absolutely they carry Nintendo. Absolutely.
I mean, the Nintendo treats them as like ZA was their holiday game. Pokemon Legends ZA last year was their holiday game.
The worst game ever.
Those damn flat windows.
They're too flat, man.
But even like that game sold 12 million copies. Like Pokemon is no joke.
No. Well, I mean, obviously, this doesn't need to be said again on our show, but we've mentioned it before, where you've got the highest grossing brand. I feel how exactly you define that, but like,
I think it's a media franchise.
The highest grossing media franchise, entertainment franchise. I think entertainment is actually the better way to put it. The highest grossing entertainment franchises, Pokemon is by far twice of second place. They're in first place by twice as much as second place is in. I think second place is Mickey Mouse, I think, or Mickey Mouse is third, and then there's something else that's second. But like, Pokemon Company is, I think, what was the number? $111 billion. I just saw this weekend. It was like 111. They're worth $111 billion. The gaming portion of Pokemon Company is like $30 billion. I mean, it's insanity. And the go ahead.
I don't know. That's why it's wild to me when all of the Pokemon hate was happening in Legends ZA, and it's like, and people love this franchise. It could be, honestly, like when Scarlet and Violet came out, I knew it didn't run that great, but I still really love that game. I still really love those games. And I think that's the thing. I don't think Pokemon fans really care about how these games run. They just want to be able to collect their Pokemon and now live with their Pokemon.
Right. I think I'm going to say this. Some people might get mad at me. I know you will. The uninformed Pokemon fan.
No. Because like you're not dumb, right? Like people are not dumb. They're not as dumb as everybody thinks they are. Like the whole
I didn't call them dumb. What are you talking about? I said,
uninformed. Uninformed. That means dumb. So I mean, we saw just recently with Fire Red and Leaf Green, like people are pissed that everybody was buying it for $20. And it's like the fans don't care, man. They just want to play the game that they grew up on or experience the older games. Pokemon Pokemon fans do not care about how a game looks or runs.
Well, I know I'm in a minority anyway, but like, Pokemon fan here since 1999, and I care about the games. And it's not that it's not like I'm a snob about it. We're not talking about like I only eat caviar, and if my caviar is slightly off,
but all right, hold on. You're also
we're talking about
you
that.
Also
Johnny, my money is hard earned, and if I'm gonna spend it, it's gonna be on something that is worth it. And the gameplay is one factor. You're in your mind, it's
and then buy it anyway.
And yeah, shut up. In your mind, it's the only factor. In my mind, it's one factor. And does this company, did they put effort in, or did they just shit in a Nintendo Switch 2 cartridge box, close it, and send it off, and then told you, here, please give me $80?
You did not get to the end of that game. You did not get to the end of the game. The end of that game is pretty epic, man. It's pretty epic.
No.
Those damn windows do not matter.
This is a prop. This is not the game. I'm referring to Scarlet and Violet that they shat. They had too short of a deadline and did not get that. They did not bake. They made cookies for us and they were fucking raw. And it wasn't like, raw. I love eating raw cookie dough. It was, you're supposed to give me a cookie. I paid for a crispy. You went to Subway and you paid for a crispy cookie, and they hand you a ball of dough. Don't ignore what I'm saying. If you went to Subway, this is why I'm saying uninformed, because if someone
Subway,
dude, I love Subway.
I went to Subway.
If you didn't know what a cookie was. If you didn't know what a cookie was and you walk up to Subway and you're like, give me that cookie, and they hand you a soft pile of dough and you ate it and it was like, oh, this is sweet and I don't mind this texture, that's nice. That's Pokemon fans that are uninformed. But if you walk up to Subway, if I walk up to Subway and order a crispy cookie and they gave me a pile of soft dough, I'd be like, what the fuck are you giving me? Put this in the oven. It's not done yet.
For cookies, that's what I want to know.
Dude, Subway sells cookies and they're actually really good. I don't eat their cookies. Mrs. Geeb loves their cookies, so when we go to Subway, she gets a cookie. That's the only reason I'm talking about it. But they make great cookies. My point, but you have to acknowledge my point, and that it's not a one-to-one comparison, but and I'm kind of being funny here. But in reality, that's kind of what is happening here. Like that Scarlet and Violet wasn't done yet. It was not done. Right, so, that was not a finished game, and they charged full price for it.
So
that's a crying shame.
I disagree that those games are bad. I think they were buggy, but so is Bethesda. That's all they do. And so they also are taking steps to try to improve it. Like we had the Switch 2 upgrades of Scarlet and Violet.
Oh, no. Give me more money. You're going to say, oh, they took strides. They say, give me more money. And
then we charge for it.
Okay, yeah, that's right. They didn't charge for the upgrades to Scarlet and Violet, but you had to buy a whole new console, Johnny. You had to buy a whole new console to get the upgrades. What about the people who bought it on Switch 1? Where's their justice?
Then you also have Winds and Waves coming out that looks much better than Scarlet and Violet did.
So buy a new console and a new game. If you didn't like the pile of shit we gave you last gen, don't worry. We won't give you another pile of shit next gen. Just give us another $500.
Give me a second.
$70 on top of that for a whole new game and console. Like, do you understand how you sound right now, man?
I sound like a shill.
You do sound like a shill.
$50.
That thing's awesome. And guess what? That's a well thought out product that's not underbaked. That Lego set you just put up, the Pokemon $700 Pokemon Lego set, that's a well done. That's not the issue here, Johnny. The game wasn't done. You cannot argue against it. If you argue against it, you're stupid. You are stupid.
I put 150 hours into that game. It was done.
I put 150 hours into it too. I'm not saying I didn't like the game, Johnny. I'm not saying I didn't like the game. I'm saying I did not appreciate them not finishing the game.
We're trying to be positive.
We're getting
Pokopia. Like I said, I'm like 15 hours in. The one thing that I don't like about it.
It's not a podcast with me without us arguing. So.
Is the one thing I don't like about Pokopia is the storage. I don't know why they did it the way they did it, but I can't find anything where I put anything. And I'm sorry, too lazy to make a little storage area.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah, I'm kind of stuck at myself, like what to do. Like, I wish there was like I know you have your inventory that you walk around with. I wish there was like an almighty inventory, not just not just a chest that you put down on the ground, but just like at any point, no matter what door you're in, what area that you're in, you can just access this almighty inventory. That would be a nice quality of life thing instead of just like making storage rooms on specific islands. Excuse me. You know what I mean? I just kind of wish there was something like that.
Yeah, you have like I don't even know what to call it. Yeah, just like a overall storage.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. I have storage boxes everywhere, and I don't know what's in each one of them. I know I should, like, that's a me problem. I should organize them, but it's just annoying. There's a couple things that also progressing the story, you get more backpack space, so that's worth it.
Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure. I've done a few of those upgrades. I'm sure there's more to that. Not going back to it, we'll just kind of wrap it up with this because I think Ultra Ball probably. Based off their name being Ultra Ball 23, probably a big Pokemon fan, so I respect you for not telling me I'm stupid and leaving already, because that's what a lot of people do, so respect. Because people don't like Pokemon fans do not like when you talk negative about Pokemon, a la this motherfucker to my right over here. But Ultra Ball says Scarlet and Violet is like McDonald's messing up your order. Good most of the time. I would agree with that statement. I think that falls in line to what I'm also saying. I'm just kind of being extra and funny about it, but in reality, we're saying the same thing. Like, it wasn't done yet. It wasn't done yet. It was. They messed up the order, however you want to put it, and that's a fact. They did mess it up. They messed up the order, and I was mad at them for that. And ZA has nothing to do with any of that. Has nothing to do with any of that, because you're gonna keep pretending like those things are related. They're not. This game, I just didn't like the gameplay, and I don't hate this game. That's all. I think it actually runs really well.
I don't know. I feel like we could check the tapes to go back to.
You know, I made a whole apology, right? I made a whole video apologizing for like my hypocrisy. I admit that I was a hypocrite. Okay, I did get it. I already did that. We don't need to like do it again. Like, I apologize. I'm sorry, Johnny. I'll apologize. You're personally offended by my hypocrisy, so I'm just gonna give you a quick, Pokemon heartfelt apology that I was a hypocrite, and I'm sorry. But that does not change my opinions, nor does it change the validity of my argument. So, we're gonna move off of Pokopia unless you have more to say about it, Johnny.
No, buy it. I play it. It's good stuff, especially if you have a Switch 2 already.
For sure. for sure. I agree on that. And we're going to go to more Pokemon topics here. We're going to talk about a little bit Pokemon Fire Red and Leaf Green. Have you heard of those before?
Me?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, of course. I got both of them.
I'm joking.
So, yeah, I got both of them.
Yeah. I mean, did you have them back in the day? Did you play the games back in the day?
I did. I did have. So I played the first ones. I did play Gen 1 and Gen 2 on the Game Boy. Then I played Gen 3 and Fire Red and Leaf Green on the GBA. But then I stopped playing Pokemon because I went to like college or it might have been high school. And, I thought they were baby games. So I stopped playing. I didn't play Gen 4 or 5 till after graduating college.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, I mean, this was 2004. So I was a teenager when they came out.
I was not a teenager. You want to be old? I was in 4th grade in 2004. So I was what? 9?
Okay, that's not. I was. Gotta do math now.
What year were you born?
I was 15.
Okay, you're not that much older than me. I was just poking fun. But so Pokemon Fire, I have less hair than you do. You should be happy about that. You got a full head of hair there.
Nobody knows.
Yeah, exactly. I've seen your hair. I know I've seen your hair, but yeah, nobody else has. So I have a theory about these games. Before we talk about the games themselves on Switch 2 and Switch 1, I have this theory that I had it pretty early on. I think other people also have kind of also independently have this opinion as well on the internet. These 2 games were supposed to be shadow dropped on Pokemon Day.
I agree. I think they screwed up.
They screwed up.
They dropped them? They dropped them at like 3 a.m.
Yeah.
Or like the eShop page went up at like 3 a.m.
Yes.
And then they also tweeted at like 3 a.m. So yeah, they definitely did something that some intern pressed the wrong button.
Mm-hmm. People were disagreeing with me online, but I feel validated now that during the Pokemon Presents that happened last week, or was it 2 weeks ago? You could just tell by the language they used in the Presents. That game was absolutely supposed to come out that day. The language was as like following this presentation. Like, come on. Like, of course that was they never even mentioned like, we know that it was on pre-order last week, but now your pre-order. Like, they never said that because it wasn't supposed to be on pre-order. It was supposed to be like a hype thing. They hype up the yeah,
it was a cool shadow drop that they
hype the shadow drop exactly
messed up because was that the only thing that dropped that day, or was there? I guess a couple of things went up on the website.
I mean the Game Boy thingy, the thing that you got there, the physical Game Boy with the music cartridges, which I want to buy one, but I'm sure I'm never will be able to because it's never going to be in stock anywhere. It looks awesome in its box, by the way. Like,
I know. Cool. I kind of want I think it was sold out. I'm not sure if it still is. I kind of want to keep it sealed.
Yeah, I can. So personally, for me, I'm not the kind of guy I do like collecting. I am that guy who likes to collect. However, like for Amiibos, for example, I take them out of the box, and I've recently started throwing away my boxes. I used to keep the box too, but now I throw away the boxes. But I'm not unless it's I keep boxes of like special things, but Amiibo boxes don't count. Anyway, I do like to use my things. I don't like to buy 2 things and keep one in a box and use one. I just can't afford to literally to do that for just about everything. But I like to use my collection. I like to hold my things in my collection. I don't like to hold it in its box. I like to actually like hold it. You know what I mean? It's like, even if I'm not using it, I just want to be able to have it outside the box. So plus that kind of thing, you're not like a sweaty.
Yeah, what
teenager.
am I gonna do with it? I guess I'll.
Yeah, you're not like a sweaty.
Sell it.
You're not a sweaty teenager. You're not gonna get your Cheeto dust on it. So like, it's fine. Like, you could probably take it out of the box. But I mean, I understand why.
And I could probably like make content on it and make my money off of it anyway.
As soon as you cut the tape, that's the thing. If you're trying to resell that thing ever, that's when you're gonna run into issues. And for me, I understand that. When I cut the tape, I understand that's what I'm doing. Some people are just trying to make a buck, so that then they don't do that. I don't think you're that guy. You're not selling this stuff. You keep your collection, I imagine.
Yeah, for the most part.
Yeah.
But I mean, there is a point where you just kind of like I'm out of room. Like, there's just like nowhere to put stuff.
Yeah. I have my singular shelf back here with my lovely Deku tree, which at this point is, the shelf has now just turned into my Deku shelf. But before I had all my collection shit on there. I am now officially out of space myself. So luckily I'm moving in about a month and a half or so. So I'll have more space I'm gonna have like a proper like bedroom turned into a little studio, kind of like what you got going on over there. So I'm very excited to have like my own little space to like do this stuff instead of in the fucking basement down here.
I'm in the basement.
Yeah, but you have like a nice basement. My basement is, you can't see it because the lighting is strategic. But I mean, you can actually kind of see if you look underneath my fireplace. You can see like that line right there's a shitty basement wall. Like it's terrible down here. Like I mean, I'm glad I have somewhere to stay, but Jesus Christ, it's kind of, a basement's not exactly ideal.
Yeah, a few years ago is when I redid this room. It was like a small office in the basement, and we blew out a wall to make it a bigger spot.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, it's nice and open down here. Like space-wise, we got plenty of space down here. Well, I shouldn't say plenty, but it's not like we're not in a tiny basement. There's some room down here, but we're outgrowing it. we need more space. So again, about Pokemon Fire Red Leaf Green, it's supposed to be a Shadow Drop. I think that's pretty clear at this point. About the game itself, there isn't really any quality of life upgrades. Am I mistaken? Is there one thing I'm missing? But there's nothing new in this game. It's all pretty much an original flip of the game. Am I right about that?
Yeah, no, I think it's pretty much a straight port. I think they might have changed some censorship stuff. Like you can't put slurs as your nicknames and as your rivals' names.
Could you do that back then? I did play these games.
Apparently, I don't know.
I don't remember that. I don't remember. I don't think I ever tried to.
I didn't do it.
Yeah, me either.
I saw it making the rounds, like when Fire Red and Leaf Green came out on the eShop, where like people were upset about it, and it's like, do you really need to do that? Like, do you need to use slurs in your games to have fun in your games?
Oh yeah, I see what you're saying.
It sounds like a you problem.
It's kind of fun. Now slurs, no way. I don't think, I'm all for free speech, but you shouldn't be saying something that is, because the old saying, "Word sticks and stones may break my bones, but words will never hurt me." That was always a lie. That was just something that was told to you to make you feel better. Words do actually hurt people, and they have real negative connotation and really hurt large groups of people in some cases. So I think slurs should be outrighted for sure. I think it's stupid if you can't put like poopy pants. Like if you try to put poopy pants and they say you can't do that, or if you try to put like pee pee, if that's not allowed either, which it probably is, but like that's if it's like harmless, words that are like just kind of toilet talk or whatever, or curse words.
My rival's name is Butt.
Okay, so
Butt.
All right, but so I mean, it's probably just the slurs. I don't think you should be no one should be saying slurs of any type ever. That's just my opinion. But
censorship, man. It's censorship.
It's not censorship. You're stupid. But anyway, quality of life things. I wish there was the bare minimum, like save states. But
yeah,
I will say
there are save states.
Kind of
you
is.
Just
yeah,
save.
You're right, because when you log back into the game, it does drop you off exactly where you were. I don't know if that's how the original game worked. I just don't remember. It's been so long. But
you have to save. You have to manually save.
Right. So as soon as you manually save, when you quit the game and come back, your character is exactly where you left him, like pixel accurate.
Yeah, that's how it's always been. That's how it's
is okay. So in that case, it doesn't need save states. So it is kind of. I just wish like there was the feature of save states, even though it technically is in the game with just saving regularly. It would be nice that just like how you can do it in the Nintendo online apps, just at any point make 4 different quick save states. That would be nice. That would be very nice because I utilize that a lot on the online console.
Yeah, well, I don't think they want. That's the whole point. That's the reason why it's not on the Switch Online. Like that's I know people are pissed about that, but that's why it's not on Switch Online because you could just make 4 save states. You could essentially clone like all your Pokemon, like clone all the legendary Pokemon. So
That does
they
make
don't want you doing
sense.
that. Yeah.
That does make that if because the game is connected online, so that does make sense because of that reason. I guess the solution would be to make it not connected online, but then you can't. Then obviously that's worse than that's worse in my opinion.
I do wish they
I
had
like the fact that it's online.
I wish they had online trading and online battling. They did that with
Wait, there
the
isn't?
3DS versions.
You
No,
can't do it online.
it's all local. So you have
Oh,
to
right,
like, if you want to trade, it has to be local. If you want to battle, it has to be local. Uh, but I don't know why they did that because the 3DS when they brought Gen 1 and Gen 2 to the 3DS, you could online battle.
Yeah, that's stupid. I haven't tried the features yet, so I guess I haven't really built up my anger about that. I think I would be angry if I went to go trade with somebody or battle and you couldn't do it. That's stupid. You should be able to battle. Maybe trading makes a little bit more sense if you, but not even though, because that's stupid. Open it up online. That was stupid.
They literally took a ROM of Leaf Green and Fire Red and just dropped it
For how much money, Johnny?
for $20.
Now you said it was
And they could have sold it to me for more. I don't care. It could have been $30, $40, $50.
I think the online rumor was 30. The online rumor was 30.
Was 30, and I would have been fine with that.
I
know a lot of people were not happy about the $20, but
well,
you know,
people are saying
goes, $20 is a meal at Subway. All right, we're bringing it back.
Get a
12-inch. So expensive now. I went a couple weeks ago and it was awful. The bread was stale, but I got a foot long and it was like $15.
Yeah, my order typically is around that mark, but like in my experience around where at least where I live around here, like northern Illinois, everything is very expensive. I imagine it's much worse if you get into like California or New York or even Philly, but you know,
I'll tell you one thing.
If I get lunch for less than $50, that's a win at this point. Like everything is so expensive.
I had way more fun playing Pokemon Fire Red than I did eating that Subway sandwich. So I'm good with $20.
Why you hate on I don't know what the hate on Subway
because
is all
you brought
about.
Subway up, so I'm bringing it back.
I did bring it up. I guess we're talking about Subway right now. What's wrong with Subway? Like, I don't understand why you wouldn't like Subway.
It's not good. I have not had a good sub from there.
Well, okay, all right, hold on. Well, pause. I'm gonna actually side with you for a second because I know where you live, because I used to live there. And in that area of the world, hoagies are amazing, and Subway doesn't make hoagies. They make sub sandwiches, and they're subpar. Bum, 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 bum. Hoagies are where it's at. You got to go to Lee's. You got to go to anywhere that sells a cheesesteak. Go to there. They make a good hoagie. Like, hoagies are really good, and sub sandwiches are not. And Subway sells subs, so I can, in your kind of mindset, I can understand what you're talking. I don't get that anymore. Like, I don't get hoagies anymore because I don't live there. So if you're used to a hoagie and you get a sub sandwich, it's like this is bad. So I'm gonna side with you actually because I know where you live. So
yeah, I mean, there's better sub shops,
but not everyone lives there, Johnny. Not everyone lives there.
Yeah, but for the same or similar price, maybe even a little bit cheaper. Like I couldn't believe it. These would be $5 footlongs.
Yeah, I mean, fuck. A lot of things have gone up in price. I would say a lot of things even tripled in price too. But yeah, I mean, you can still get a sub sandwich there for like $10. I mean, it's still possible. But like my order, what I usually get is around $13 to $15. I get chicken. That's my meat is the chicken. So it's a little bit more money because the chicken instead of like deli meat, then just a fuck ton of veggies. Like that's basically my order. It's the chicken and then a fuck ton of veggies. I love all the veggies. I think it's good. But
back on track, Fire Red. What one did you get? Did you get Fire Red or Leaf Green, or did you get both?
I got Fire Red. I wanted to get both, but again, it's hard to justify the both. Don't need both.
I made my money back, so I got both.
Yeah, I mean, I know why you buy both. So, yeah, I chose Fire Red. I think that's the one my brother had. I didn't have the game myself. My brother had it, and I played his Game Boy when he was at school or not around. So I was not supposed to touch it. I know where he kept it. Kenny, if you're listening, I know where you kept your Game Boy. I played it all the time. But so I would play. I believe Fire Red was the version that I played, for the most part. I can picture Charizard. Anyway, I like the game. It's a lot of fun. I mean, we don't need to talk about the game specifically because 20-year-old game. If you know, you should already know that those games.
I haven't played the game
awesome.
yet. I'm in Oak Slab right now.
You told me that, and I thought you were joking. Honestly, I thought you were. I was like,
no, dude,
I'm
I
like,
haven't left.
Here's
Oak
that guy
Slab.
again being funny. Yeah, what are you trying to do in there?
I'm trying to get that shiny Charmander. And so, all right, I'm gonna go off on a little side tangent.
Please.
For anybody that is shiny hunting that's listening, I feel your pain. So if you don't know, Geeb, do you know anything about shiny hunting, like in general?
Yeah. I played a fuck ton of Scarlet and Violet, and
in Gen 3, so that's when Fire Red and Leaf Green are.
Mm-hmm.
There's no shiny charm, so you can't increase your odds through a shiny charm, and the odds are worse. Just like full odds are worse than what they are now. So now it's like 1 in 4,100 or something. And back then it's 1 in 8,400. So your odds are ridiculous.
Yeah.
That's why everybody's taking so much time to try to get one of these, because the odds are just stupid low.
Yeah.
And it's really frustrating because I mean, I like the feature that Fire Red and Leaf Green have where it has like the last thing you did in this game, like previously on, which I think more games should have that, because I never know what I'm doing if I go away from a game for a while.
Yeah.
But when you're shiny hunting, that is so frustrating because you have to click through that every single time.
Yeah, I can see that being a frustrating thing for sure. I don't see the appeal in mass shiny hunting like some people. Like I don't. I can see why you're doing it for this. Like shiny Charizard is pretty cool, and there's only one opportunity, so I get why.
Also, it's all content. It's all content, right? Like I've made content about shiny hunting this Charizard.
Yeah, I mean, but
I don't understand why people do it that don't make content. Like I don't understand why you would just sit there for hours on end trying to get a shiny.
I love how you can be one of those people and also at the same time slander those people as if you're better than them.
Yeah,
like you're not.
At least make a video about it.
Yes. At least press record on your phone for 90 seconds. God damn it.
There's a capture feature on the Switch.
People at home, he's not better than you. He's worse than you, actually.
I think I'm just jaded because some people are like, oh, I got it in 3 resets, or I got it in an hour, and I'm sitting here 15 hours later.
That's called karma, and bad karma for you.
But just remember, your next reset is the reset. You'll get it next.
That's right.
On the next reset.
Speaking of resets and getting on the next try, Pokemon Winds and Waves. Oh, what a zinger. What a zinger of a transition to the next segment, aka a segue. Winds and Waves does look phenomenal. We already ripped on Scarlet and Violet enough tonight. We don't need to do that again. Winds and Waves does look great. There are some issues I have with it that does not affect my overall opinion of it, but I'd be remiss to point out that at this point in development, which is still early because it comes out next year, not this year. We'll get to that in a second too. And there's some texture things on the ground, like you can see, like there's like bad textures in certain places. But like again, if that was the way the game, if that was the way the game shipped, I'm just being a critic, Johnny. Take it for better or for worse. I'm just being critical about it. But
I'm being an actual person that plays the games.
I'm being a real person who plays the game and then talks about it on a TikTok. The game does look great. I think if it shipped like it looks right now, I'd be ecstatic. And I think most of the internet is ecstatic the way that it looks right now. Your thoughts?
Oh, I'm pumped. I think it looks really good. I mean, I like Scarlet and Violet the way it looked. Anyway, I liked ZA with the flat windows. And what makes me more excited is that it is potentially, a year and a half out at this point. We don't know if it's
Yeah,
going to come in the fall, if it's going to come
dude,
in.
it could be 2 years out. Like it very well could be 2 years away.
I'm thinking. I honestly think that it's going to be early next year. They did release Arceus early in the year when that came out. It was like January, I think. So it is possibly releasing early in the year. But yeah, we could be a year and a half out, and that just gives them more time to polish.
Well, and what I'm gonna say here is that I kind of hope it's 2 years away, meaning late 2027. I kind of want it to be the November game of 2027 because that just means more time in the oven and not being served a raw ass cookie. So like,
I'm glad it's not November 26th because that means Nintendo has to have a big game this year, and that means 3D Mario.
Again, we're gonna have you back on in a few weeks, maybe a couple months, depending on your schedule, but and talk about this 3D Mario thing because that has to be talked about. It's time, but yeah, I mean, good point. I mean, Drip and I also thought that this holiday year, was gonna be Power Mad insert Geeb clip. I have a clip. It's pretty epic. 3 years ago, I said Nintendo can do anything they want. I actually don't remember exactly what the quote says, but regardless, got me distracted. Look, chat, don't distract me. What was I saying? Shit, it worked. They distracted me. Fuck. Right. Drip and I've already thought that it was going to be November of this year. We penciled in that Pokemon Winds and Waves, or whatever it was going to be called, now we know it's Winds and Waves, was going to be the November game. So now that it's not the November game, that's a big old hole. That's a Mario-sized hole for this holiday season. That is not what we're talking about right now, though, but I guess we can. We're here. Do you have any theories of what we could see this holiday season?
Mario.
Real thoughts, because you told me before that you don't think it's going to be this year. Like any actual theories?
I mean, at this point, since we're past Mario Day now, and they didn't show anything, like we got a Yoshi trailer on Mario Day. Come on, that worries me.
Yoshi's adorable. Okay, love Yoshi.
Game. That's a baby game. Well, that's a baby game. But I don't know. This year.
That's the way that's a baby game. The games I play are baby games, but that's a baby game. I'm not a baby gamer.
I want to play my Pokemon.
I'm an adult. That's not a baby game. You Yoshi fans, you're baby Pokemon. Gamers.
And Animal Crossing.
Let me get back to my Animal Crossing and Kirby. Not a baby gamer. Anyway,
Kirby's a baby game. No, if it's not Mario, I don't even know. I mean, like,
I think someone in the chat has a really good idea that I like where their head is. Our Hero 1993, what's up? Says,
I think
Zelda remaster. I think that's a perfect time.
I think we'll get a Zelda. We're getting something Zelda. I don't know what. It's Zelda's 40th anniversary.
It's Zelda's 40th. By the way, we are celebrating Mario's 40th and 41st anniversary still right now, and it's Zelda's 40th, and we have not talked about it. Makes me mad. Different podcast, but yeah. Zelda remaster could be.
There's a lot. I mean, there's a lot of anniversaries, right? We got Mario 40th, we got Zelda 40th, we got Pokemon 30th. Like, I think we'll get a Zelda remaster, but I don't think that's going to be the game. The November game.
I mean, if they redo Ocarina and make it as cool as it could be, I wouldn't call it a system seller, but that's definitely a hype machine. Like get the nostalgia pumping. If it looks like those Unreal Engine versions of Ocarina, can you imagine? Like that would be huge, and I think it would be worthy of that like holiday game. I mean, if this piece of crap ZA is holiday game worthy, give me Ocarina, give me the best game of all time, Ocarina of Time. You know, like come on.
I don't know. I mean, I want the 3D Mario. I think a lot of people want the 3D Mario.
I agree. Yeah.
It's not looking good. I mean, there was rumors that Direct was happening this week, and that's, I don't think, happening. Somebody said the 12th. That's tomorrow.
What now? What's that?
There
What's
was a
tomorrow?
rumor. There was a rumor that there's something happening on the 12th.
If it was Nash Weedle, you can just put him into his coffin and bury him because he's worthless to me now. We talked about this a couple weeks ago. I'm so sick of the rumors. Like, there's so many rumors. They're getting out of hand. They're not rumors because some people still call them leaks, which at this point you should know the difference between a leak and a rumor. They're very different. Every rumor is not a leak. But leaks are rumors, but not every rumor is a leak. And some people are calling rumors leaks.
We should start a rumor right here on the Drip and G podcast. John Ebo says that there's a 3D Mario coming from its very reliable source.
Should pull a Woodhawker and just like drop some fake news on a podcast and then see what happens.
I was getting annoyed. I forget he was on. It was Nash Weedle. He was on. I forget whose podcast. But the podcast host was like trying to defend himself, and he like listed all of these things that he got right, and it's like, who cares, man? Who cares?
Wait, Nash Weedle was trying to defend himself?
No. It was I forget. I think it was Attack the Backlog. I think that's.
I'm not familiar. I only know one podcast, two. Communication Error and Drip and G.
R.I.P.
Rip. Yeah. Right. Anyway. So let's talk about a little bit more about Winds and Waves because it is what we saw while looking good. It is still in development. It's not a full game. What we saw was not the full game.
No way. I mean, no way.
Which is exciting because like it's gonna be better.
They didn't show any. They didn't show much at all. They showed I think a Poke Center. And running through some areas, they showed some nice water.
Mm-hmm.
If you got a game named Winds and Waves, you better have some nice water. I am excited for underwater exploration. That's going to be cool.
Yeah, that was a nice one. I'd love to see that. I'm very curious how they're going to go about that.
I typically go fire starter, and Pombon is cool and adorable, but Brout, I got to represent Brout.
Which one's Brout? Is that's the
he's the chicken,
the chicken,
he's the grass chicken.
Yeah. He looks cute.
He looks so angry.
He's an angry little guy.
He's an angry bird. I think I'm Team Brout on this one. Well, I'll have to wait to see what the final Evos are. Sometimes they like really screw up the final Evos.
Hey, Pom Pom's really cute though. Like, he's a cute little like whatever he is, Pomeranian.
Yeah,
like,
Pomeranian poodle.
He's cute, man. I don't know what I'm gonna go.
I even like the gecko. I like the gecko. I don't know what one's.
I don't love the gecko.
Called.
I don't love the gecko. It's not my favorite. Not bad. Just like. I think I'm actually on your team though as well. I think what's his name?
Brout.
I think I might.
And honestly, like I think he's hilarious looking. I think he's an angry little chicken, but also the name Brout. I just like the name Brout.
It must be our angry Philly.
Actually, you know what? I did see somebody say that Philly was claiming Brout.
Can we do that? We allowed?
Yeah, it was like a whole thing that Philly was claiming him. So.
Why not, man?
He's a green bird.
It's that fucking bird in the street. Go Birds. He's a green bird. He's angry.
Go Birds.
He's angry. AJ Brown's going to leave the team, and they didn't sign Blankenship and all that. Like, we're angry. Come on. Like, we got to be angry about something all the time. Brout. That's our guy.
With all this Pokemon stuff, I'm happy that we're finally seeing some positivity surrounding Pokemon online. If I have to hear about those damn windows one more time, I'm gonna lose my mind.
Their windows are flatter than the game case, man. What's going on? Why are they so flat? Oh, we know why they're flat. Because they didn't feel like putting the effort in.
Because
they
the
wanted
Switch
to sell
One is a toaster, and they had to try to put that game on a toaster.
Which makes me angry because people are saying, like, there's some discourse online that I get angry at when I read. It's like my Switch. I don't get angry at it. I'm so torn and conflicted about it, actually, because people on one hand I can understand people who are like the Switch my Switch 1's just fine. Like, I don't need a Switch 2. And I'm like, you're right. Like, there's no need to buy a Switch 2 if you don't need one. Like, if you're happy with your Switch 1, it's not like it's bad. The people who are shitting on Switch 1, like, that thing sucks. It's 9 years old. Get the new shiny. But not everyone can buy the new shiny thing. So I get that too. I'm somewhere in the middle of this, like, yeah, I mean, like,
what I don't get is people being upset or confused as to why games like Pokopia is a Switch 2 exclusive and they have to buy a Switch 2 if they want to play it. Like, this is how new consoles work, right? You can't play Mario Sunshine on an N64. You couldn't play, Mario Galaxy on a GameCube. This is just how it works. Like, they want you to buy their new system and they put exclusives on it. Then the same people complain about not having enough exclusives. And now we're gonna see the same thing with Winds and Waves, because I already know people are not happy that it's Switch 2 exclusive, or it's going to be a Switch 2 exclusive. I'm not sure if they confirmed that.
They didn't confirm it specifically, but they only put up the Nintendo Switch 2 logo, which basically means, without saying it, they would have put up Switch and Switch 2. That's what the games that are cross-platform, that's what they've been doing. Switch 2. This is just Switch 2. So they basically confirmed it.
I understand I'm in a privileged position and I can afford to get the new hot ticket, but you can also, like, trade in your Switch towards,
or go to eBay. So that's what I did. I sold my Switch OLED and then I got one on eBay, and then I used that. Actually, it wasn't eBay, to someone in the community actually, but I mean, I sold my Switch for not all of the cost, but a good chunk of it. I sold my Steam Deck for not the whole cost, but a good chunk of it in between the two.
Yeah, Steam Deck is trash.
No, it's not. I just wanted the Switch 2 way more than a Steam Deck. So I'm like, I don't really need the Steam Deck, and I'd much rather have a Switch 2. So I just sold that. I mean, I did that. You know what I mean? And I don't regret it. I love the Switch 2. I do still want a Steam Deck. I wish I had it, but I don't need one. The Switch 2 came out. That's what I'm playing on. I'm not playing on the Steam Deck anymore. But yeah, people who are mad, people who are literally mad that the game's only a Switch 2, they're part of the problem. Like, I get what you're saying. Like, I understand that you are mad that you have to buy a new console, but it's not like Nintendo's being greedy, and because they're acting like Nintendo's not greedy. Let me just say what I'm going to say. It's not like Nintendo is being greedy and like the game should come out on Switch 1. That is a 9-year-old console. By the time Winds Waves comes out, that's a decade of the Switch 1. That is 2 lifespans of a console for one console. It is time to move on. And the reason it's time to move on is not because they want more money. It's because the game will suffer, a la flat fucking Windows, if it has to be on both platforms. The fact that the Switch 2 the fact that the game can take full advantage of the Switch 2 is the reason why it's a good thing, and we should be happy that it's a Switch 2 exclusive, not on Switch 1. Just sell your old Switch. If you're that mad about it because costs are tight, I put my money where my mouth is. I don't got my OLED anymore. And by the way, you're like, Geeb, what the fuck you talking about? There's an OLED right behind you. That's my fiance's Switch OLED, not my OLED. My OLED was sold. So I sold my OLED and I sold my Steam Deck. So put your money where your mouth is and just sell your old Switch. Like, it's the same thing, but better. You don't need it anymore. Maybe like in 30 years, you're going to want it again. And in 30 years, the OLED's going to be like $10. Just buy it on fucking eBay for $10. Like, it's fine. Like, relax. Buy the Switch 2. Sell your old Switch. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. Anything else to say, Mr. Johnny Evo?
No, Pokemon's the best series ever made. And
really? Better than Mario?
I will not. Well, I honestly, I can't remember what Mario's like. I don't remember it.
You literally forget. It's like it's just like, what even are you talking about? Not that you could look behind you and see your Mario Legos.
Mario. What is Mario?
What is Mario? And that's how we end this podcast. What is Mario? Thank you guys for listening to this podcast. Please make sure to leave a like on the video if you're watching on YouTube, and make sure to leave a comment and a podcast review. Make sure it's 5 stars or you're fired. That's the new rule. It's always been the rule, actually. Make sure to go follow this motherfucker to my right. And I point to my left. It's because mirrors, baby, mirrors. But John Ebo, he's a cool guy, even though he's stuck sometimes. But go follow. This is your channel. You can post a short every day. Some days he's great. Some days he sucks.
I get called a Nintendo shill every day.
You are, but you are one. We all know this.
I am a Nintendo shill.
We're not even joking. You are a shill. You're literally a shill. But you know what? We still love you. It's fine. You know, get the bag, man. Get the bag.
I got to play Metroid Prime 4 early, so.
Did you like Metroid Prime 4? Did you enjoy that one?
I did enjoy it. I liked it.
People are being the people on the internet and hating on it because it's not a great Metroidvania. And I'm like, sure, but the game was fun.
I really liked it until the end. I mean, there's definitely parts like the desert area was not great. And the ending was not great. I want to see Retro start to finish do one. Like do Metroid Prime 5 and Retro. That's all they do and see what they could do.
I agree. But yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Make sure to go follow this guy. And we'll see you guys next time. You have a couple minutes for an after show?
I actually have to go.
You gotta go? Boo!
Yeah.
That's okay. You're all good, man. So I'll let Johnny go, and then I'll see you guys for the after show. But thanks for hanging, man. We appreciate it.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
All right, man. Catch you later. All right. And that means it's after show time. Oh, press the wrong button. There it is. And it's the after show. Welcome to the after show. My name is Uncle Geeb, and with me is my host, my left hand. Hi, left hand. How you doing? We're not gonna do that. We're not gonna do that. What's up, guys? Welcome to the after show. How we doing? Drip is here. Hi, Drip. You were fired. Why are you here? Let's read some of the chat here. Let me pull this up for myself. Exclusive sells consoles. I've seen so many people buy Switch 2s for Pokopia. Yeah, we talked about it earlier in the show. Our hero. But yeah, I mean, for lots of people are buying Switch 2s for Pokopia, whatever the fuck it's called. And yeah, it's warranted. The game's awesome. It is. So Drip, if you're still in the chat, have you decided, are you gonna get this game? And I saw your comment about buying it for your birthday. I thought about it. I legitimately did think about it, but then I looked at my wallet. So I pulled it out, and then I went like this. And I was like, what's in here? And currently where the money goes, there's no money, except there's a receipt. I actually don't know what this receipt is. What is this? Oh, this is the receipt. I'm not gonna dox myself again. I'm gonna hide this. This is the receipt for the Great Deku Tree, actually. Gotta keep that safe somewhere. There he is. There's a Deku Tree. Isn't this pretty? Look at how pretty that is. I'm going to bed too. Night Drip. Power Man, where is that clip? I want to show Power Man's house off. And Power Man sent this in our chat. Oh, I thought you said you sent me a picture of your house. You did not. Okay, let me go back to. Oh wow. Let me go over here. Check this out. Oh, why isn't it showing the screen right now? There we go. That's why. Okay. Power Mad has played 65 hours of Pokopia. That's crazy. That's a lot of hours, Power Mad. That's a lot of hours. Before we head off stream, before we head off, any you guys got anything to say to me before I leave the stream and get this podcast uploaded? And then I'm posting a video tomorrow. I've already recorded and edited most of it. I just need to finish editing it, and it's going to go up live either tomorrow on my Uncle Geeb YouTube channel, link in the description, or on Friday, so stay tuned for that. It's all the things that I use for Switch 2. It's all the things that my EDC, my everyday carry for Nintendo Switch 2. You banned people for me. Thank you, Mega Boyd. What happened? You banned people where? On this stream or Discord? Discord. I saw someone in my Discord. I had to ban somebody from my Discord. Or actually, maybe it was a podcast. One or both of them, my Discord servers got not hacked, but some asshole came in trying to promote a Discord server that had a picture of a woman's buttocks on it. So we had to fix that. Any last thoughts on Subway before I leave? Because I'm gonna stay firm on my Subway opinion that unless you live in an area that makes way better hoagies, Subway is a pretty decent option. I think Jimmy John's is also a great option. Not somewhere I used to go. Not somewhere I said that right. Not somewhere that I used to go, but then Mrs. Geeb got me into it, and I really like it. I think the bread's better at Jimmy John's, but the sandwiches I think might be better at Subway. Subway sucks, bro. I like Subway. I'm sorry, I do. I like Subway. I'm not ashamed of it. And honestly, it's better than going to Subway than to go to like McDonald's or something. I mean, let's be real. It might be tastier at McDonald's, but it's healthier at Subway, in theory. Jimmy John's definitely better ingredients. Yeah, Jimmy John's has better ingredients. That's for sure. That's definitely sure. Their bread is very good. I don't know. I don't like the proportions of Jimmy John's. I think they kind of, in theory, right. In theory, I like the bread. The bread is better at Jimmy John's. The ingredients are better. But the way that they make the product that they hand me when I'm done with it, when they're done with it, I don't love that. It's the proportions are never right. I always want more of this or less of that. It's always hanging out the fucking roll for some reason. Like I don't like it. Yo, Potbellies. I haven't had Potbellies in a few years, Full Metal, but good God, it's good. I don't think that's a chain that's everywhere, like Jimmy John's or Subway, but Potbellies is fucking awesome. Witch, Full Metal. We're having a Witch being installed here locally around here. I'm very excited about that, even though we're moving soon. But yeah, Witch is awesome. Witch is really good. We used to go to Subway a lot 15 years ago, but it got worse. Yeah, I mean, I don't remember it 15 years ago. I was eating it 15 years ago. I was getting Subway every day for lunch like 10 years ago when I worked for Kohl's. It was a Subway literally next to my Kohl's that I worked at. So I used to walk over to Subway, get a sandwich for my lunch break, and then sit there and contemplate my life choices and then go back to work. I like Subway. I'm sorry. I'm not ashamed of it. There's a West Coast chain, but you haven't been to it. What's it called, Megaboy? How would you know if I haven't been to it, Megaboy? What if I time traveled and I didn't tell you that I went to West Coast, huh? Yeah, Witch is amazing. I last time I had it, I remember thinking that it's really good. There's a local joint close to here. It is called, what's it called, Abby? You're still down here? She's not still down here. What is that place called? I can't remember. There's a local place that there's just like one of them. It's like a one-off kind of store, mom and pop style. They make an amazing hoagie. Well, it's a sub sandwich they call it, but it actually is comparable to a hoagie I would get on the East Coast. It's very good. The bread is very good too. I would say Publix, but y'all don't have those. Do you have Kroger? I've been to Kroger, Ultra Ball, but I don't have them around my area. Because I know your geography. Yeah. Jersey Mike's is better than Subway. I refuse to go to Jersey Mike's. I've heard they have tasty cakes. I need to go to Jersey Mike's. I don't know why. I think my disdain for Jersey Mike's comes from when I used to live in the Philly area. Like, my thought process was, why would I ever go to Jersey Mike's when I can go to... I'm losing the names of the local places in Philly, but like one of the good ones, you know what I mean? Like one of the good chains in Philly, or even one of the good local mom and pop places in Philly. Like, why would I ever go to Jersey Mike's? I can go to any of those guys. So I think that's where my hate for Jersey Mike's comes, but I should go try Jersey Mike's for the first time in my life. Maybe I'll make a YouTube video, like a members only YouTube video for my personal Uncle Geeb channel. Like a vlog, trying Jersey Mike's for the first time. That's funny. Jersey Mike's is actually good. They actually put meat on their sandwich. Listen, I love meat. I love meat like the next guy. Can't complain. We have Jersey Mike's and it's fine for outside the area. Yeah, Full Metal. Yeah, I get that. Do they make an okay cheesesteak? I've heard they made cheesesteaks. I just assumed they were terrible. Yeah, wall ball. Local shops versus chain stores. Yeah, all day local shops. All day. There's a local place around here that's even good. If you have Don't go. I think the moral of the story is, even though I like Subway, don't go to Jimmy John's because he's an asshole anyway. Don't go to Subway. Don't go to the local. Don't go to the mass chains. Go to if you have a sub sandwich place or a hoagie place, or cheesesteak place if you're lucky enough. Go to those places for a sandwich. Like the mom and pop local places. Don't go to these chains. I think that's the moral of the story here. Yeah, mom and pop. That's the way to go, man. Support local business. Put your money where your mouth is. Go support local business. I always choose a local place over a mass place when I have the option, and it is realistic. Always do that. Support your local business. All right, guys. That was I appreciate you guys talking about Subway sandwiches with me for a minute. It's true after show feeling. I love the after shows absolutely not talking about the subject of the hand. I love that. Our local gas station plus alcohol sellers make good sandwiches and deviled eggs for some reason. Really? What place is that? What's the name of that one? I'm just gonna wait for a second. Gonna wait for an answer. Oh, yes. That's right. I bought all the chips there. Yes, I remember that. I just wanted the name of it. I don't remember the name of it. But maybe it has the name of your town in it. That's fine. I want to go to Philly and just try Angelo's. I don't think I've had Angelo's. Is that the new trendy one that has the poppy seed bun or sesame seed bun? I don't think I've had Angelo's. I've had a few. I've not tried all the cheesesteak places in Philly. I'm sad to say. I've tried a few of them. But there's a few newer ones, or at least they're trendy now. Like there's a few trendy cheesesteak places in Philly that I do also want to try, and that's the one. Yeah, the Angelo's, I've heard a lot of good things, because the thing is with cheesesteaks is people from Philly are very protective of it. It needs to be made a certain way, and if you do it a different way, you're like breaking the mold, and we don't like you. And we, as in somebody, not me. I liked what Angelo's did. I think evolving the cheesesteak a little bit. It doesn't. The rule of thumb is it has to be an Amoroso roll, but if it's not Amoroso, it needs to be a homemade bread. You need to make your bread. And Angelo's, they make their bread, and they do it really well. So if you make your own bread, it's gonna be better than not making your own bread if you're not gonna buy Amoroso rolls. So yeah, okay, yeah. I full metal. I just thought you meant like a mass chain or something, like a John's gas station. I don't know. I thought it was something that people could relate to, but I see what you're saying now, like a specifically localized, only there gas station. Angelo's claims they are bakery first, and it's like that's the best way to go, man. That's the best way to go, honestly. There's a bakery by a famous bakery in the town that I used to grow up in, or that I did grow up in, and that bakery is awesome. Corporally's Bakery. It's amazing, and they're bakery first, but then you walk in and you can get a lot of stuff in there. It's not just bakery things. It's a very good place. Delicious. Okay, now we're gonna sign off for now. These are actually legit places for sure. Green flags, hell yeah! I want to try Angelo's. Next time I'm in the area, Full Metal, we need to go get Angelo's. That's like a must do. Okay, I'm gonna sign off. Thanks for being here tonight, guys. We appreciate it. Drip was in the chat for a little bit, even though he wasn't available to be here, but he was in the chat. So appreciate you guys being here. And if Drip is unfired next week, you'll see his face, and if he's not unfired, you'll see a different face, or you'll just see my face. I don't know. We'll find out. But next week is probably going to be what was the topic for next week? It wasn't 3D Mario yet. The Mario movie. We need to talk about that Mario movie trailer. You guys get your tickets yet? I got my tickets for the Mario movie. I'm very excited to get there on I'm not going to release night because it's a fucking like Tuesday night or something. Like midnight release for the movie is like a Tuesday, and the movie comes out on Wednesday. I'm not going on a Wednesday night. I'm going on Friday night. So that's when I'm gonna go. The 3rd. But hopefully you guys get your tickets in. I'm very excited. And yeah. Appreciate you guys being here. We'll see ya next week. That's the wrong button. That's also the wrong button. There's the right button.